Hey FlossTube, I'm Kathleen and this is Stitchuation Normal, episode 4. Welcome back and welcome to anyone who's new. I just want to thank everyone who's been watching and following my journey so far and commenting and helping me along the way. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the new subscribers. I am almost at 1,000 and that's why I'm going to be announcing a giveaway during this episode. So surprise, but not really a surprise because I mentioned it last week. I have a few shout out thank yous before we start, but I do have a fully finished object, a finished object, some whips. I have a little whip parade from my Stitch recruits that I'm going to show you. I have some good stash and Mom's Minute, and then of course the giveaway. So before we start, I just want to say thank you to XstitchMD, who shouted me out on Instagram. Thank you so much. Georgia Girl Stitching, who gave me a shout out in her FlossTube, her most recent one. Thank you so much. And Anastasia Neko gave me a shout out in her most recent FlossTube. I've mentioned the other two in my second video, but I have not mentioned Anastasia. She lives abroad and she does a little documentary type, no, I guess it's all documentary, but she talks about her travels and her stitching, of course. And she does some beautiful stitching. So if you like seeing what it's like to live in other parts of the world, definitely check her out. I'll link their FlossTubes FlossTubes. I'll link them in the description with everything else, as I always do. So, comments. I asked you all what the fabric was for my Be Well piece because I wasn't sure what it was and I said it had some flex in it. Darlene Parker was the first to comment about it. I believe she was the first. She said she thinks it was Fiddler's Light. And I think she's right. I've done my own detective work based on her clue, or I guess it's an answer, but I'm still gonna say I did detective work. The fabric from my Be Well piece came in a stash that I got from a woman who lived in Welland. I don't know why I'm telling you that part, but anyways, these were in with that stash. And these are both Fiddler's Cloth. So one is Fiddler's Light and one is Fiddler's Cloth. And I'm gonna pull them out so that you can kind of see. I don't know if you can tell the difference. One is a little bit more yellow and that's the Fiddler's Cloth. And this one up here is the Fiddler's Light. And this really does match what it was. I mean, I didn't get a microscope out and put them together like they do on CSI, but I feel pretty confident. However, a lot of you said you thought the fabric could be Oatmeal Aida, and I Googled Oatmeal Aida and it looks a lot like that too. But I'm using my detective skills. I think she really liked Fiddler's Cloth. Shelly from Welland, she liked it, so she probably just bought a huge thing of it. Unless she wanted two different kinds and she had the Fiddlers in the tubes, and so then she bought Oatmeal Aida. I don't know. I guess it's still kind of a mystery, but I feel like Darlene helped me crack this case. So thank you, Darlene. Next comment. Oh, last episode I tried to guess which Paula Vaughn piece that Merritt Crawford had stitched, and I was wrong, so I'm gonna give up on my psychic career, but maybe not my forensic career yet, my detective work career yet. I'll keep that. But Merritt stitched Summer's Remembered Pink Ribbon by Paula Vaughn, and it's a beautiful piece. She sent me it because I asked. I was like, I need to see it. I want to see it. I want to see everything. So it's gorgeous. It has like a beautiful quilt on it. And I had guessed that she did Reflections of the Past. Gail Mendolia commented, Mendiola, sorry Gail, and she said she had done that one. So we love Paula Vaughn, okay? I guess we love her. I want to say hi to GTM Burdette from Netherlands who's watching, and also to Céline from France. Bonjour. I don't want to use my French because you guys are going to know it's not that great. I did get the French award when I was in grade 8, so, but maybe I shouldn't say that because then it's gonna seem like I'm better at French than I am. I'm not. Angie, the Hibernation Stitcher, says that her grams used to say that normal is just a cycle on the washer. And I love that so much. I might even cross-stitch that because I just love that. I'm not normal and no one really is, so, except for the cycle on the washer. That's the only thing that's normal. Love that. Never heard that before. Kitty T says to call my DMC 317 snafu, the one from my haunted Happy Haunting piece with the cats and the 2 different floss, the old and the new. She says to just call it variegated floss because it's really on trend, which I think is so funny, because it is on trend and it could maybe pass for that, but she's funny. Thanks, Kitty. Thanks everyone for the comments. Jane Blazer commented and she said that her motto is, a clean house is a sign of a misspent life. Because remember last video I said I watch a lot of cleaning videos on YouTube, but I don't really clean my house. And I also said that I don't neglect my children for stitching, but maybe I neglect the housework. Ironically, this week I did a huge cleaning of my house, like from top to bottom, almost to bottom. I haven't finished the basement, but my husband's keys are missing and they've been missing since Canada Day. We didn't go anywhere on Canada Day, but the night before we got pizza and that was the last time we saw them, the keys. So, and they're like, it's like a, I don't know how to make the shape of a key with my hands, but it's a big key ring. It has like 40 keys on it. It's heavy. I would have felt it if it went in the garbage, I feel like. But I've searched. I even cut the bottom of the couch out so that I could just make sure it didn't fall in the crevice. It is gone. Unless it's in the basement, which I still have to clean. But we've looked. We cleaned the car. We did everything. This is where I wish I was a psychic, because then I could just be like, I see them, you know? But anyways, thanks, Jane. That was a good, funny little anecdote. I like your motto. I have a friend that I worked with at a greenhouse quite a few years ago. And he said he was on YouTube and he was recommended my FlossTube video and he saw my face and he knew that it was me and he thought, Kathleen does YouTube? So he watched my video because he's a good supportive friend and he says now he just keeps getting FlossTube recommendations. And that happened to another friend of mine that was watching and he was being supportive and now his YouTube keeps recommending FlossTube. So I say the boys should start stitching and be the next FlossTube sensation. What do you think? Or either that or I should just recruit them because I'm obsessed with recruiting people. Oh, and now that I've said about my recruits, because remember last week I said I was recruiting everyone, I want to do like a little whip parade of my recruits. So first we have Joelle. She did a fox and oh, Joelle, I love you. She did the mistake that I made when I first started stitching, except she did it ×2. So she used 2 full threads to thread her needle, like, so we're talking 12 strands, and tried to stitch and broke her needle. I'm sorry to laugh, but I can just imagine how hard she'd be pulling and like how thick, how did she get them on there? Like, oh man, anyways. So she made a fox. I said it still looked a little thick, but then she went to move on to her second piece, which was a poop. I know. Her daughter wanted a poop. Her daughter picked it, and she was stitching it for her daughter. So I'm showing you the picture. She did a poop, and she did it right, and she loved it. So she's got the itch to stitch, as we say, and she has been looking and buying and getting into it. So good job, Joelle. My mother-in-law has been stitching. She has been working on her snowman. She finished it, but here's the picture she had sent me of it in progress, and I think it's so cute. She has also moved on to her next piece, so she is just thriving. And Heather's piece, she did a Santa ornament, and it is so cute, and her son wants to get a Christmas tree in his room right now so that he can hang it up, which I think is also super cute. So that's it for my recruit chat. My mom's minute. I'm gonna call this one a mom's minute. This is not my mom. My mom didn't cross stitch this. My sister did, but this was in her house as long as I can remember. Well, 1994, but I don't remember much before 1994. Who else doesn't remember much from before 1994? I just love it. I love the colors. It says there is beauty all around when there's love at home. And yes, my sister Sarah stitched this. She's my oldest sister. She stitched it, like I said, in 94, and she hid her little initials in there. Let's see if I think I'm pointing at the right spot. Yeah, they're like hidden in there. She did a really cool SS. I can't do that. It wouldn't work, but, and she's got our family name there, Stockwell, and it's a sampler. It's got the alphabet around the border with some numbers. There's these little cats there, and we actually had an orange cat. I think we got her in 1994. Her name was Sega, and well, because Sega Genesis was really in, and you know when you turn it on, it would be like Sega. Okay, I know my husband's gonna make fun of me for that one, but so then we named our cat Sega, and I was obsessed with her. I would bring her into my bed every night and sleep with her, and my parents used to come in, I guess, at night, and like I'd be fast asleep with her like under my arm, and then they'd see the cat and her eyes would be like, get me out of here, like they'd be like big. So then they would help her escape. And my son is like that with our cat, but we don't let him sleep with her. So anyways, I just love the cats. I think the tulips might be my favorite part of it. I don't know why. I just love those tulips. There's little ladybugs, the swirls, all the colors. There's some really good detail in this. Even the woman's dress, if you can see. I'm gonna bring it closer. I just love it, that little checkered pattern and all the hearts. I love hearts. I've always loved hearts. I don't know what it is about hearts. But that is my mom's minute from my sister, Sarah. Sarah, I hope you start stitching again. Sarah was watching. I don't know if she's watching. Hey, Sarah, if you're watching. But yeah, I love that. I don't know who it's by. I tried to do a little investigating. I could not get to the bottom of who is the designer of that. So if anyone knows who designed it, please let me know. Leave me a comment. So on to FFOs. I don't have my FFO here because I gave it to Joelle. That's who I was making for. It was my family piece, but here's a picture of it. I'm gonna fix my hair. Yeah, I finished it. I put their dog in and I finished their daughter, and she's even got arms. I spent so much time trying to write their family name, the Gibsons. I did about 20 different fonts, and I don't know. I don't know why I was struggling with that so much, but it was tricky to get it the right size. Yeah, so I don't even want to talk about that French knot in the eye because, whew, I had to take some steps away from that one, but every time I came back, it got worse. So luckily I did get to finish it properly, and I gave it to her already. That's why I don't have it, but this is a picture. I put it in an oval frame and I really liked how it looked. I put it in a rectangular frame first and it just didn't look as good. So I didn't know if she'd like that frame or not. So I didn't want to give her a frame that she doesn't like. So, but we found one at the thrift store for like 50 cents. It's a beautiful gold frame. Sorry, Joelle, if you don't want anyone to know how much you spent on your fancy frame, but it looks so good. I think the family looks good in an oval. So I told her she could add to the top if she wanted or change anything she didn't like, because now she's, you know, stitching and now she knows the mistakes. She can see my mistakes and all of that. So anyways, that was my fully finished object. I finished it. It felt good to finish it, and I don't think I ever want to do another one of those. Not that type again. Maybe the pixel people. I probably will do the pixel people. I'm gonna make one for my friend Rachel because they both asked. Rachel and Joelle are good friends of mine that helped me through. We were all struggling through like that hard part of motherhood when you got the newborn baby and then you got like an 18-month-old, and you just, some women and men can just do it and it's not a problem. That was not my case. I was not made for that, and it did not bring out the best of me, but they really helped me through. Those are my girlfriends that helped me through that time. So anyways, I gotta make Rachel's next. So maybe you'll see a start of a Pixel People one for Rachel. We'll see. Okay, then I have a finish. Again, not my DV piece because that one's slow and steady, but I have my Bent Creek piece. Okay, so why is it so big? First of all, this is my fancy fabric. I took out my fancy fabric because I wanted to practice on it before I did a bigger piece. And so I was like, you need to just cut into it and start using it. It's not just meant to sit there in the basket. But I was scared I wasn't gonna cut a piece big enough, but then I cut it way too big, so whatever, we'll figure that out. But here it is. I stitched it on this is the 25 count Lugana. I stitched it 2 over 2. I watched a really good YouTube video on how to do that, so I will share that in the comments. I'm in love with these this is the Bent Creek Color Snap, World of Color Snapper series, okay? So I just love it. There's an apple tree. This is the apple tree. I have an apple tree in my backyard. It's very temperamental, but I love it. I love that we get apples sometimes. And this makes me think of my backyard. We get lots of butterflies, the cardinal. Actually, the real reason, what drew me to this was the cardinal and the butterflies. And I haven't told you guys this, but my dad passed away almost 2 years ago. And a lot of people say when you see butterflies or cardinals, it's loved ones from the other side, and I don't know if that's true or not, but I do think about my dad. It does make me think about him. He loved nature and the outdoors, and so each time I stitched one of these, it just made me happy, and I loved using all these reds, so I'm probably gonna end up doing more from this color series. And yeah, and my dad was a really good dad, and that's an understatement, but I could talk about my dad a lot, so I'm not going to do that right now, but you'll probably hear more about him. But I feel like I talk a lot about my mom, but that's because I see her. I don't see my dad anymore. So yeah, this is that cute little Bent Creek number that I love. Oh, and the snapper. So Shiloh, XstitchMD, and Heidi, Stitching 1/2, both told me that the little snap here is just for cuteness. It's not for anything else. So I put it on because I was like, I like the cuteness, I'll put it on. And there's a little button. So I don't know how I'm gonna finish this, but I do wanna finish it soon because I do not wanna have a drawer full of shame, as they say. I have a couple ideas, and we'll see what I come up with. And I'm still figuring out how to finish my happy haunting. I mounted it this week, which was a big deal because I have such a hard time cutting into things, as we know with the fabric. Even I didn't want to cut into that because I'm like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. So sometimes you just have to cut in, go in, do it. So I started happy haunting. I'm looking, they've got some Halloween stuff coming out now, so I'm looking for some ribbon and a few different things so I can finish happy haunting too. My whips. Is it the right way? Nope. Is this the right way? Yes. Okay, so here we go. This is Tuned In by Emma Congdon. Actually, on her website, on her Etsy shop, she is Stitchrovia. She calls this test card TV, I believe. Again, I'll put it in the link. So I finished this border. This was not done, and then I added in all the black here for the knobs. It's so funny, as I'm doing this, as I was making like this part of it, it made me remember the TV. This is like the TV that I had in my room. It was like a knob that you cranked, and like it made a sound when you cranked it. And like if you wanted to change the channel, it was like a crank, and I didn't care. I loved it. I love being able to watch movies in my room. I love movies. Actually, I watched all 7 of the Fast and the Furious movies while I was stitching this, and my other stitchings. While I was doing the Stitch Family too, I was. But I don't know who I am. Like, that's not my type of movie, I wouldn't say, but I really enjoyed them. After the first movie, I was like, this is cheesy and corny and everything that a lot of times men will say about chick flicks. But I'm like, we know what we're getting into when we watch a chick flick. Like, we know what we want to get out of it. And I feel like this is the same for the men that like that type of movie. Like, they know what they want to get out of it. I continued to watch after the first one, so I knew what I wanted to get out of it. I didn't like pay full attention. It wasn't like a riveting, like your mind needs to be focused type of movie. Sorry if you think that it was. I don't mean to offend you, but it was really nice to watch while stitching. And even in the very last one, the 7th one, I was thinking to myself, like, this is so corny. And then all of a sudden I was crying because remember, Paul Walker died, and so they wrapped up the movie, and you just knew they were doing it for Paul. And so I was like, yeah, I cried in the Fast and the Furious movies. Again, who am I? I don't know, but I'll probably think of that when I look at this now as the Fast and the Furious. Anyways, there's a formula there. They've nailed the formula, okay? That's what I'll say about it. Okay, so that's it for my website. I only have that one because I finished the other 2 pieces. And I'm excited to start something else too while I'm working on this TV piece. Like, I am really excited. I've put a few kits together, and I don't know what I'm gonna pick next, but I'm excited. So stash, I have stash. I have some stash. So my first bit of stash, I wanted to get some scissors because I don't like having to pull my only pair of scissors out of my different bags. I want to be able to bring them around and not run downstairs to get them. So I got these scissors, these cute scissors. I don't know how I can show you them, but they're like, this is the part so that you don't hurt yourself. You can see there, it's like a stork, I think it's a stork. Anyways, I got a pink pair and this little orange pair. I don't know if it's focusing, but there we go. Yeah, I love them. They're perfect just to toss in my project bags, which are my Ziplocs, so that I don't have to worry about theirs. So that was from Bella Love Designs. Oh, actually, I guess I can show you all of it. Isn't that so cute? It came in, like when I opened it, this was on it. Thank you for shopping small. I love that. So she's in Nova Scotia. She's Canadian. And the reason I mentioned it before that I love to support Canadian shops, it's not even just that I love to support Canadian shops, which I do. Even if I wanted to buy something from the US, the shipping is $18. Sometimes it's like $50 for a chart, not even for like a heavy book or something. Like this is for a chart. So it's really expensive. I think it's only $8 to ship from the UK, like for kits and things. So I don't know why, and a lot of shops on Etsy, I'm talking about Etsy by the way, a lot of shops on Etsy don't ship to Canada either. So that's why because I love a lot of US chart makers, or designers I should say, but they don't always ship to Canada. So I love when they have a PDF download. Also because of the, what do you call it? Carbon footprint, I guess, because it's not being moved around and I just print it off myself. Oh, and this is what it came in. It came in this cute shiny thing and it says Happy Mail, and I was happy. I was happy before I even saw that, and then that made it even cuter. So I love stickers. I don't know, stickers make me a little bit happy. So isn't that just cute, like that shiny little thing? So that was my scissors from Bella Love Designs. I'll put the shop in the comments. Next, okay, I wanted a project bag and I got a project bag. It's a Canada project bag, which, okay, so this is from Stitch Toolbox. It has the vinyl front. I have stuff in it though right now, which I'm gonna show you because it came with all this stuff. So Stitch Toolbox makes these project bags with the vinyl on them, and you can buy them. They have different designs, but if you spend $5 more, they do a monthly mystery bag, so you don't know what it's going to look like, but they give you like a clue. They give you like a theme. So I knew this theme was going to be Canada Day, and I was like, of course I would love a Canada bag, but it comes with like some goodies in it. So I'm gonna just open it and show you the goodies. This one came with 2 charts. This chart, if you can hear a motorcycle right now, that is my neighbor. It's my annoying neighbor, and that's rude to say I have an annoying neighbor, but my neighbor does annoy me, and maybe next week I'll share you one of the craziest stories about that neighbor. But anyways, okay, so this is one of the charts that came. It's a Twin Peak Primitives, Canadian, pretty cute, because there's not that many Canadian charts. I mean, we're not big like show Canada off people, I feel like. Maybe that's an Ontario thing, I don't know. We're not like look, we're Canadian, I don't know. We're quiet, we're just quiet. Oh, I'm not quiet, I don't know. Maybe I've said things I shouldn't say. Anyways, it's cute, so I'm excited to have that. Then Stitch Toolbox did their own chart. There's like Inukshuk and the CN Tower and little Mounties, and it has the 1867 there, and it was another chart. So it came with 2 charts and this little like floss holder thing, and you put what project it is and the fabric, and I thought that was pretty cute. And then a needle minder, True North. So maybe because I know you guys in the States, you do your Stars and Stripes Saturdays, I think, which is so cute. And so maybe we'll do True North Tuesdays here in Canada. I don't know. I think there's something there, but it's like a bear with the maple leaf. So it was $5 more. I didn't know what I was gonna get, but I got some really awesome stuff. So here it is. This was the inside fabric, the beavers and the moose. We've got like the penny and the Parliament buildings, the Highway of Heroes. Just so cute. Cute. I haven't seen a fabric this nice for a Canada fabric. I love it. So that was one of my exciting things, one of 3, so that's number 2, sorry. Then I did some Christmas in July because everyone's doing Christmas in July, and I love Christmas. I'll cry if I start talking too much about Christmas because I get so excited, and it's just, I had happy Christmases. I know not a lot of people did have happy Christmases, but I really did have a lot of happy Christmases. So first one is, so these are all by Little Dove Designs. We have Home for Christmas, and it makes me think of I'll Be Home for Christmas, the song, and I love the snowflakes. I love the border. I just love this. This is a PDF download. I'm gonna include their shop in the description, of course, but I just love this. Just so cute. There's that motorcycle. Ugh. Then we have Christmas Wishes, which again is just so cute. I got another one that's similar to this, but there was different things that I liked about each, so I got them. But like, look at little Santa there. Christmas wishes. And then this is one that's similar, just Merry Christmas. Again, I love the snowflakes. This one has the snowman. My boys love snowmen, and I don't know what it was about this one that I just love, but I think it's really cute. And then the last one, this is the one that I liked the most. These carolers. 'Tis the Season is what this one is called. I have a really cute story about why I chose this one. I'm not going to share it today. I'll probably share it maybe once I start stitching it, or closer to Christmas I'll share it, because it's a really nice Christmas story. I don't know, maybe it might not be, but I think it's really sweet. And it's one of my, so maybe 2 years ago I started counting Christmas miracles, because, okay, I believe in Christmas magic. It's real. As long as you believe in it, it is real. And I started counting when I have Christmas magic, but I call them Christmas miracles. Maybe I should call it Christmas magic. I don't know. But this is like, this was Christmas miracle number 1, Christmas 2019. So, and I will share that story later. But yeah, so of these 4 charts, I'm going to be giving one away. So, and by giving one away, like, I'm stitching all these ones, but I'm going to give you your own, not mine, separate, right? Because we don't do that. We buy the PDFs, so you will be getting your own, and I'm going to have Little Dove email that to you, but you get to choose which one you want. So for the giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe, of course, and then comment with which one of these charts you liked the most, and I'll put the names under as I show them, so maybe you have to rewind to see. I don't know how it's gonna show up, but just if you want Merry Christmas, Christmas wishes, home for Christmas, or 'tis the season, let me know in the comments, and that's what the giveaway will be for today, or for this week, I should say. And I say week, but it's really, I do about every 10 days. That's like, I'm not like 2 weeks, but that's what's manageable right now. So that's the giveaway. The last thing I'm going to talk about are the FlossTubers that I'm following, in case you guys want to watch some new FlossTubers. I'm still watching Java Girl Stitches, and I'm still watching Carolyn from Off the Grid Needlearts. Carolyn just did a huge snafu. She had this gorgeous, I think it's Dutch Beauty, I don't remember, maybe it's Eyes on the Sparrow, but she started stitching the wrong way on her material. Like, her material was wide, and she went the wrong way, and she'd done a good chunk. So I'm gonna keep watching because I need to know how this plays out, and it made me feel not better, but it made me feel like we all do these things, okay? So that was a big one. That one upset her. And then this week, Java Girl Stitches said, "Don't be an Ada hater," and it made me laugh so much because I love Ada. We love Ada. We love using other cloths, but we still love Ada, so don't be an Ada hater. And I thought that was pretty funny. I watched a couple newer ones to me. I watched Kimberley M Honey Bee's FlossTube. She has, I think, 4 videos out. I watched them all because they're really quick. They're maybe 10-15 minutes, but she packs a lot into them. She has a lot of stash, and it's really fun to watch her stash. She has Kringles, which is one of the newer, I think it was a Nashville one, 2020, like this year, because I want that one so bad, and I was gonna buy it, and I was like, you know what, I'm probably not gonna be able to do it this year because I have so much that I've already wanted to do, and I like with those 4 Christmas ones already. So I was like, oh, I'll wait. But then I saw all her floss, and I was like, this is us enabling. We're enabling each other, and I love it. I love it. So check her out if you love checking out the stash and you just want a quick video, because they're great. Her videos are great. The other one that I watched is Black Ribbon Studio, which is actually a crochet podcast, but she does a little bit of FlossTube at the end. She started to do that. So I only watched, I think, the first couple episodes of hers, but I'm gonna keep watching. I like that for my bedtime watch. Like I say, I have bedtime watches. I need something that clears my mind and is calming. That's what that is with Denise. She showed some crochet yarn. Is it yarn? Maybe it's crochet? I don't know. Yarn that she had dyed herself. It was gorgeous. She also had some seasonal cross stitches that she had turned into magnets, and they were the cutest thing ever. So I'm definitely gonna try that from Denise. She is multi-craftual, as I've mentioned many times before, and I said I'm not very multi-craftual, but I didn't mention that my husband's multi-craftual. He crochets. He uses our sewing machine. If he wants to do something, he just does it. He loves to 3D print, but his latest thing is he has a laser engraver for wood, like a laser wood engraver. I don't know what it's called now, I sound silly, but he just can move. He floats from one thing to the other, and it's really nice. I am not quite there with it all, but I have crocheted. This is a story. Well, okay, so when I had a newborn baby, I literally felt like I was breastfeeding 24/7. I was just on the couch, so I could see into our court. I knew who was coming and going, and I noticed that one of our neighbors there's only 7 houses in our court. It's a small court. So anyways, I noticed she was losing her hair, and her husband wasn't at work. He was driving her around, so I was like, I think she might have cancer, which I did find out she did have cancer. So anyways, in the meantime, I was like, Mom, I would need to crochet a blanket, because my mom crochets these super soft blankets, and they're big, and you just love them. They're so warm and soft. Anyways, so I had learned before a little bit how to do it, so I just needed to be reminded how to do it. So my mom showed me, and I crocheted this like a big blanket, like it would cover your whole body blanket, and I gave it to her, but oof, it was not, the top of it was like really gappy, and then the bottom of it was perfect, but like the top, it was not. I was a little bit embarrassed to give it to her, but I was like, you know what? I did all this work, so I'm going to give it to her. I need to wrap this up because my kids just got home with my husband. He takes them swimming, so that's the doorbell. That's them. They do that. They ring the doorbell. Anyways, okay, I'm done anyways, but I just wanted to thank you all so much for watching. And they're still ringing the doorbell. And for your support. It means so much to me. I love that I'm not alone on this journey. It's like we're a community. I feel like I'm part of it now. I do suffer from imposter syndrome a lot of the time, I feel like, so, but you guys really make me feel welcome. So be sure to follow me on Instagram at Stitchuation Normal. Don't say giveaway in the comments. I think I said that, but everyone always says that in their videos. Don't say giveaway in the comments. Make sure you enter, subscribe, and that was episode 4. Thank you so much. I'll say it again. Thank you. Keep stitching your story, and I will see you next time.